in the spirit. Peace and love to my kings, my queens. I give all honor to the Most High God, the infinite creator, source of all things, source within. Out here waiting on my little queen to get out of school. I decided to do a quick little video. Thanks be to the Most High God, the sun is out. The sun is out. I'm so grateful. I tell you, it's been, like 2 weeks, and dealing with, the sun being blocked due to, cloudy, rainy days, or chemtrails, pretty rapidly, a lot of chemtrail activities going on. Makes you wonder. And then seeing a whole lot of chemtrails, what's really, really going on? What are they trying to hide? And then there's not so much of what they're trying to hide, it could be that, or it could just be simply, they're trying to keep people from evolving, They're trying to keep people from waking up. And the sun is definitely doing a lot of that. It's quickening people, within, especially those who do a lot of sun gazing. But even if you don't sun gaze, just being out here in nature, looking around and looking up in the sky, that light's still hitting your eye, It's still allowing people to awaken, maybe not as faster if they were sun gazing, but they are getting that sun in them, shall I say. They are getting that solar energy within their being, whether it's going through their skin, their eye gate. They're definitely getting it in, and that's all that matters. But yeah, it's either one or the other. It's always due to distractions. Something big is really going on when they're trying to block the sun, and probably a whole lot of activities, up in the sky that's going on. They're trying to block it, as well as due to the fact of these waves coming in. They're trying to block, them from coming in due to with the chemtrails, putting these heavy metals, in our air, trying to keep it cooler down here because Earth Gaia is heating up. Yes, indeed, she's heating up. A while back, I was just before, like I was, I would say it was during the time I wasn't really feeling good, I was experiencing like back pains, but these pains sort of remind me of birth pains, okay? When one is connected with the earth, let me just say that, you will start having your own personal experiences relating to Earth Gaia, like when she's shifting and when she's upset. I'll just give you an example. For instance, if she's upset, if she's like erupting within, the core, she's giving off her own birth pains because she's trying to change, she's not going to always stay the same, she's trying to shift. She's not going to always stay in that 3D state. And really, there is no time. To tell you the truth, it's already happened, to tell you the truth. Like Christ said, it is finished. A lot of things have already happened. We're just walking this thing out. But depending on where you are, in your reality, for instance, like for me in my reality, by me being connected with Earth Gaia, when she's acting up, shall I say, I can feel it in my body. I'm sure many of you can feel it too. A prime example, my sisters, how, for those who have had children, how you are in labor and you will feel that pain shooting up your back, on the side of your back, those birth pains. Well, what I'm talking about. They come and go, and then when it leaves, it gets stronger and stronger. Well, this particular pain, it never really got stronger and stronger, but I was feeling like these spasms. It felt like spasm, pain shooting up the side of my back, on each side. And I was like, wow, my tubes tied and everything. I said, I ain't pregnant, this is crazy. I'm sitting up here having like these birth pains as though, I'm going in labor. And I thought about it, and I'm like, well, being one with nature, one with Earth Gaia, you're going to start experiencing what she's experiencing. And Earth Gaia is having birth pains as well. She's changing. She is changing. And, for the average person, you can see these changes. You can see it in the air. You can see it, just even with our nature, how with the animals, they're picking up on the change, just as a change affecting Earth Gaia, if you are in tune with the Earth, with Gaia, you're going to start feeling these pains as well. And I'm not saying that it's just us sisters that will be experiencing this. My brothers, you may be experiencing it in a whole other way. Maybe you might be receiving a lot of headaches, a lot of migraines, or maybe back pains yourself. It's just something I just happened to notice. I was experiencing this, and so I don't know what many of you are experiencing, but like I said, they can sit up here and so-called, try to block the sun all they want. But if you are in tune with Earth Gaia, you're going to pretty much notice the changes going on with her, even in your own body. Even within your own body, you're going to notice the changes. That's all I'm saying. Especially if you're someone who's more in tune, you're someone that's connected with nature. You get outside, you talk to the trees, you touch the trees, because they're like our ancestors as well. We all been animals before in past lives, maybe even tree spirits, Be surprised what you were before you came here. I'm just saying we are all connected, we are all one. And when you are in tune with Earth Gaia like that, when she's in pain, you will be in pain. When she's upset, you're going to start feeling upset. I'm serious. But this is to those who really understand where your sister's coming from. I don't mean to come out real weird or anything. I'm just saying, when you are in tune with the earth, like a lot of the so-called people who are, like Indians or, other melanated, brothers, sisters who are in tribes, like in Africa or aboriginals, rainforest people. The point I'm trying to make is there are people that are really more in tune with the earth, and when she's upset or when she's going through something, they feel it and they know it. It don't have to just to be them. I'm just giving you an example. I can, and you too can pick up on it. Like I said, the power that be is trying to block the sun big time. Bill Gates, shall I say, he's one of these so-called elites that's, instead of using his money for good to feed the hungry, and I'm not saying he's not doing that, but I'm just saying there's a lot there's a lot with his kind of money that I can see myself doing instead of trying to block the sun. That's a hidden evil agenda right there, knowing that we all need the sun, but you want to block it. I mean, what are you getting out of it? Oh, yeah, that's right, I forgot, yeah. Y'all digging all these holes in the ground, what was will be and what will be has been. Yeah, the word speaks about that. Y'all digging all these holes in the ground, so hypothetically something pop off, with a meteor or, just by the sun heating up because you can't stand that heat, you're going to run underground. But the Most High God, children don't have to run underground. We can still above the ground because we can handle the heat. But you want to run up under the ground, the hell with us. You want to create havoc up here above the earth. And y'all run underground where y'all fully stocking it with supplies and all of y'all little meaty food and got children down there. There are a lot of children that are missing. I'm sure you have a whole lot of children down there too, fully stocked for y'all vampire, low vibrational beings. Okay, that dot of a pin dot of the light that's within you, you choose to ignore because you worship the darkness instead of the light. Woe to you. And you ain't getting away with nothing. Because we all see it for what it is. But anyway, family, I really want to make this video because it's a whole lot of distraction going on. It's a whole lot of distraction going on. And when I see it for what it is, I just shake my head. I just shake my head. Like I'm sure many of you are doing the same thing, my brothers and sisters. Like I said, this is going to be the year 2019, a year of revealing, from the least to the great. I mentioned that at the beginning of this year. I'm sure many of you are seeing it unfold big time. You've seen it with these celebrities. You've seen it with these so-called Hollywood actors and actresses. How a lot of their dirt coming out. How a lot of them, are going out, due to that, a lot of things that's going to be coming out about them, even with these, singers and, a lot of dirt going to be coming out about them, even with the politician. It ain't over, family. It's not over. It just pretty much was done in the dark is coming out to the marvelous light, okay? There's no way that, all this darkness going on that, light is not going to expose it, okay? The Most High God, the divine source of all things, source within, is trying to waken his children up. And one way of doing that is the divine light coming through the sun, okay? Which sun is also considered as a portal, all right? Just like the sun gives off its charge, there's going to be a time it's going to give off a big charge, okay? And this is the doing of the divine, okay? And no matter how they try to so-called put all these chemicals, aluminum mess up in the sky, please, family, know there's nothing too hard for God. They can sit up here and try to mess with our sun, try to block our sun, but those energies, those divine energies of the Most High God, of the Creator, will still get to his children. Please know that. Don't ever think that, them blocking the sun, that he can't get to his children, okay? The Most High God can go in those cracks and those places that no one else can go, okay? He knows how to get to his children. So don't ever feel like, if they block the sun, we'll be cut off from the source, because that's a big, bold-faced lie from hell. Let me just say that, okay? And part two, I apologize. My phone just cut off on me. It's crazy, ain't it? You start dropping some nuggets, and then the power that be want to shut things down. Well, I'm through with that. I'm sure many of you got where your sister was coming from. All I want to say is, just like there's a whole lot of distraction that's going on out here, okay? Please, make time for yourself, go within yourself, spend time with Source, okay? That's the only way you're going to have a connection with Source, by going within yourself, because the kingdom is within yourself. But just like there are distractions out here, all right, that's trying to knock you off your purpose, knock you off from being focused, there are also distractions when you go within yourself, especially for those whose third eye is awakened. And if you're someone who's seeing within yourself, just like I know, when you walk in those hallways, all right, because you're trying to find yourself, you're trying to find out who you are, you want the truth. A lot of times you're going to see distractions from your left to the right, because I've seen them within myself. You're going to see distractions within yourself, okay? Like I said, there's distractions out here, and there are distractions in here, but you got to stay focused. You got to keep your eyes on the prize. I invite many of you, before you go in meditation, surround the light around you, as well as set your intentions of what it is that you're seeking and what it is that you want. And when you are setting your intentions on you seeing a light within you, or whatever the case may be, keep your intentions on that. Keep your intentions moving forward. Don't get off that path, because like we got wolves out here, all right? You also got those wolves on the inside, and that's all they trying to do is block you. They by keeping you off your path. You're trying to move forward, all right? You're trying to stay in them hallways, so you can get to that place of getting to those Alaskan records, figuring out who you are, figuring out what your purpose is. But you're not going to get there if you're being distracted on the inside. And you'd be surprised the stuff you will see within yourself. You have images on your right, you have images on your left. And all of it's not really bad. It's so much going on the side of you. But what I'm saying is, set your attentions, be focused, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to get distracted. And that which you was setting your attentions to, as far as having a goal, that what you was trying to achieve, you're going to get off of it, because all of a sudden you're going to start seeing images over here, and you're going to start moving to the left instead of moving straight. You see images on your right, you're going to start moving to your right, and it's going to shift everything within you instead of going straight. That's all I'm saying. You got to learn to get focused. Maybe if you're like, it's hard for me to meditate. Let me tell you something. You can do anything you put your mind to. Stay focused. Be diligent. Okay, it's going to take. I just say it's going to take over 30 minutes. It's going to take over 30 minutes. Okay, it takes me over 30 minutes to break through. Okay, you have to realize even in the fourth dimension, you have the powers that be, spiritual within high places, they're up there too, okay? And they're trying to knock you back down because they don't want you going. They don't want you going past the fourth dimension. Let me just tell you that, because the fifth dimension is a high vibrational state of being, high vibrational frequency, and anything that's lower vibrational cannot go above fifth and over, shall I say. So you have to master yourself, fam. You got to work on yourself. You got to renew your mind. Get your heart right. Get in your heart space, okay? I know it's not easy. I don't know your walk, but you know your walk. You know the work that you have to do to get to that place you've never been before, okay? You know the work that you have to do. So, and I'm not fussing at you. I say this with love, okay? Because, I know what I had to do for myself. It's a daily process, but it can be done. You got to have to break through because we all have fallen. We all have fallen. We're coming back here to get back right, to master ourselves, to remember who we are. And you have to remember who you are, because when you walk around in the state of being, you walk around in a state of amnesia, and you don't know who you are and stuff, and you don't know your powers that you have as being a child of the Most High God, a child of the light, you're going to be played like a puppet down here. You're going to go by everything the news say. And immediately say somebody guilty. That's what you go by. Well, I guess it's on the news. I guess they are guilty. When they talking about it, look at all this evidence coming out about this person. I guess they are guilty. No, you go within yourself and get your answers. Stop going back with everything people say. Stop going back with everything I say. Pray on the things I speak about. Go within yourself and get your own answers. Because, see, I have to be responsible for what I put out to the universe. Because all information is not good information, all right? All information is not good information, especially if you're someone that's not ready. To you, it's going to one ear, not the other. But for somebody else, the words I'm speaking is like precious rubies. You're seeking, so shall you find. Keep seeking, all right? Cause a lot of the ascended masters, they are back. They are down here. They are back. They are down here. But a lot of people are still asleep, and they don't know who they are. There's a lot of teachers that are down here, but they haven't fully awakened yet. They still have that 2 strands of DNA, and the rest of the 10, they got to collect it. They got to get it back. But I say get out the sun gate, and it's going to help. It's going to help with that. Start meditating until you break through, until you start seeing that open cloud, like a circle that's within you, so you can start rising up. And everything is a spiral, family. Everything's a spiral. Notice that symbol that you see in front of me at times when the sun is shining. It's like a spiritual sword, doesn't it? Well, I'm sorry, spiritual shield, but it's a spiral. Everything's a spiral. There is no just shooting up straight. Everything's a spiral action, okay? And you will know that for yourself when you go within yourself. But I'm through talking. I can always make more videos. I love you in Christ. If many things I was saying was going over many of your heads, because maybe I talked too fast or whatever, I apologize. Just rewind this and play it over again. You may not receive the information the first time, but maybe the second, you might say, okay, I get it now. I get it now. I get where the sister's coming from. Be diligent. You're not crazy, okay? You're just awakened. And in this state of awakening, it's very lonely. It's very lonely. I don't know too many people who call themselves being awakened, and they're on the spiritual path that has a lot of people around them. This is very lonely, okay? And you're going to find yourself in a lot of times around a lot of darkness, because you are the light. You are the light. And the Most High God is going to put you in a lot of dark scenarios, around a lot of dark people or dark spaces, to be a light, okay? It is you that's supposed to change the environment, not the environment changing you. If the environment is changing you, your light is not bright enough. If the environment is changing you, your light is not bright enough. It's time for you to work on yourself, okay? Get in your heart space. That's right, I said it. Get in your heart space. Be a peculiar people. Peculiar people don't act like everybody else. They don't care for trends. They're not followers. All right? They're leaders in their own right. They are an example. and they're not easily to be distracted because they see things for what it is. They're not easily to be distracted because they see things for what it is. But even when you do get distracted, okay, pick yourself back up, get back on track.